Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new standards of excellence.
Yes.
Say yes to engaging reportage with a difference.
Yes.
Introducing Yes International Magazine. The time to say yes to your dreams and aspirations is here.
There will be 64 on Friday, June 19, and you're saying it is a rumor.
It's rumored, you know, my age is, I've given so many date of birth. I've even confused myself with my true age. But I like to remain confused on that aspect. That's one part of my life I don't want to resolve for the simple reason that I believe in this body and in this house lives a young kid by the name of Charly Boy who wants to remain a youth at heart and would rather not have, you know, the shenanigans of grown up. So I like to stay there. So you people don't make me look older than I am.
All right. So what are we going to celebrate on that Friday, June 19? You're not going to announce any date. You're just going to celebrate a birthday without any date.
Yes, and that is why in that speculation they said 60-something. What is the something? I don't know the something. I don't even know how I got to 60. I'm not the one or my wife organizing a birthday bash. It's my son actually. And my son is as confused as I am about my date of birth. So that is his own calculation, 60-something. Since he doesn't know the something on top of the 60.
All right.
You know. And I agreed to go because, you know, for a long time I've been out of socials. My lifestyle has changed dramatically. I don't hop around at nights. I mean, this is like for the past 20 years. It's gotten worse over the past 10 years. I'm not really a social animal, you know. And my habits have drastically changed. But I agreed to go to that particular party because it's organized by my son, where he works, the nightclub he manages, you know.
What's the name of the nightclub?
I've even forgotten. It's on the Ivy set. You know, he doesn't live with me. So he's doing his own thing. As long as he's happy and is fulfilled, so be it. You know. So I said, okay, I'll go.
All right. Yeah. What is going to change about you now that you're going to
What's going to change? Basically nothing, but I'm getting deeper and deeper into my Buddhist faith. I'm beginning to learn very seriously and very profoundly where happiness, the happiness that we all look for, where it lies.
Where does that happiness lie?
In ourselves. Okay? I'm beginning to become so less attached to anything material, including money. So, and the feeling, the thing that comes out of me, that glow that comes out of me, is as a sequence of discovering this essence of life. My father had it a little bit, though, you know, I don't know how he attained his own, because he did it on the platform of Christianity and Catholicism. I'm doing mine on the platform of Buddhism.
Why did you choose to be a Buddhist?
Because I wanted something that challenged my intellect. I wanted something that challenged me. It's about me conquering myself. What puts man in trouble is his desire. If I can only learn to conquer my desire, you understand, then I'm a free man.
Alright, the Buddhists, do they believe in the existence of God?
They believe in the existence of Jesus Christ.
They don't believe in God.
They believe in a supreme being. You can call it, give it whatever nomenclature.
Well, how about you? Do you believe in God?
I believe in God. I believe that something started something. I believe in a supreme being.
So how come what you believe in is contrary to what they believe in. They believe in a supreme being. You believe in God.
See, the fact that I went to America, it does not mean I have to adopt everything American. I take what works for me. You understand? And I've taken from Buddhism what works for me. And what works for me is to know my inner self, to be able to conquer my desires, my worldly desires. Because we are so attached to material things, that's what puts us in problem. Okay? To be able to learn the art of contentment, for me that's enough. That anywhere I find myself, I'll be content, I'll be happy. Because happiness is not given to you by anybody. It's something you cultivate from the inside.
When is CB going to stop wearing all these things? You know,
I'm a young boy now.
you just added some new tattoos. I remember the last time we met, you didn't have all these tattoos. When are you going to stop doing all these things?
Why would I stop? Is it bothering me? Is it disturbing me? It's not disturbing me now. I don't think. I mean, from the last time you saw me and now, do I look better or do I look worse or do I look...
You look better, just that you've added some new
Precisely.
tattoos.
So maybe it's to look better, bettest. I don't know.
So when are you going to... Will CB ever change?
No.
Why?
Change to what?
To begin to live a normal life. You live an abnormal life.
You are the culprit. I don't think I live an abnormal life.
You know the things you
I'm
do.
more normal than you are. I'm more normal. Of course.
You think it's normal for a grandfather to be wearing earrings,
It's
blades,
perception. It's perception.
rings, boots,
It's
and all those
perception.
things?
Is it normal that you'll be going everywhere with a pen inside your dress? That is not how to dress. But this is you. This is how you want to look. And you're not disturbing me by looking, being free to dress how you want. This is how I love to look. Don't forget, I'm not a lawyer, I'm an entertainer. I'm expected to jigger your mind, for you to stop and look at me and say, but why did he do that? Why is it like that? That's what I'm meant to do whenever you see me.
Or your children and your grandchildren, don't they sometimes talk to you? Maybe call you aside to say daddy or grandpa. Don't you think it's about
Most of
time
my
to stop
children,
there?
why? Stop what? You're acting like talking like I'm doing something that I shouldn't be doing. You see, before my children, I'm Mr. Oputa, I'm not Charly Boy. We all laugh at Charly Boy's shenanigans most of the time because we all understand what it is and what the brand is trying to say. In this country, it's hard to be yourself, don't you know? Haven't you realized? Because a lot of people, 19% of the people out there, they are fakes, they are hypocrites. Otherwise, this kind of stealing, this kind of plundering, the mess and the rot the country is in right now, it's absurd. And then you look at the churches, you look at how they've contributed to this. Most of it is through these churches, especially these silly Pentecostal people out there preaching prosperity rather than preaching nourishment for my soul. Right? Because it's all about the money. Then, check out the people who are plundering the country. They are not people who are dressed like Charly. They come in their three-piece suit and agbada. You can't see somebody like me, or like the bunch, or like Derry going to do fraud or rip people off. No, we are artists.
All right. I would like to find out from you. It's been a long time that you released an album. When are you going to sing again?
Am I a musician? Or is that that the only thing
you had some
as?
albums? We're going to take them one by one. Why did you stop singing? Why did you stop releasing albums?
When somebody dreams about something and they're able to live part of those dreams, I think it's a blessing. I dreamed one day, I used to admire musicians. How do they stand up and things are just coming out of their mouth? And I attempted to be one, even though I don't count myself as a musician. A musician is somebody who can read, write, and interpret music. I can't do either of that.
So what are you?
I'm just an artist. Yeah? I'm artistic. My job is to challenge people's mindset, make people think. Yeah? So I dabbled into music, not because I wanted to get into music as a career. Of course not.
Okay.
By profession, I'm a journalist. I studied mass comm, and that was why from music I got into my TV thing.
Yeah, I'm going to go to your TV thing, but before we do that, you released a couple of albums. Which of your songs, still excites you? Which of your songs?
1990.
1990. Don't they do it?
Yes, because the things I said those days are the things that also seem to be happening in the now, and because that song was my entrance into the music industry, and along with that song came a bunch of experience, because the first person I played the demo to, I remember, was Fela. I went to Fela. I was so excited when Fela came out from prison. My father said, "Oh, your friend Fela is out from prison." Then I was in the village, and I went to meet Fela, all so excited that Fela was going to give me the encouragement of my life. Fela was going to blow horns for me. Fela, after listening to the thing, just stood up, walked, and went to sleep. He never said a word to me. But then I didn't understand Fela. It wasn't because he didn't like it or anything. Everybody get in way. That was his way. He just, for whatever reason. And that thing nearly fucked me up. Till I complained bitterly to everybody, including Femi. And then one other day, I now saw Fela, I think at just 38. And I was just trying to keep to myself. And Fela now, shook me vigorously, hugged me, and bring that song out. That song, I like that song. That was all I wanted to hear. And I felt like I've won 100 million that day. So that song has a history. And when I think about the history and what I went through to put that song together, that's my favorite.
All right, what happened to Zoom Time? It stopped coming on air.
Yes, I was looking for, Charly Boy, like the youth I am, the teenage guy that I am. I was looking for something next to excite me. So after doing Charly Boy show and Zoom Time for almost 15 years, I felt it was time to move on and try something else. Then I left creative work a little bit and went into real estate.
So you're currently into real estate?
I've left that too.
So what do you do now?
I want to come back to my first love, to music, to TV, so I'm trying to refresh the brand.
What are the new things that people should expect from you?
The same thing in terms of, to surprise them, to wow them. Even 35 years when they think they know everything, they don't know nothing. They don't know shit jack just yet. Because I'm going to come out and not even the young people who I admire. The Banjis, Skills, Pato Rankin, all these crazy, nice, progressive artists. I'm going to give them money for a run for their money. That's for sure.
What stands Charly Boy out?
I think it must be one, my humanity, two, my family, because family is my rock. I mean, if you look at Charly Boy and look at the other side of the coin, you're likely to say maybe they're not the same person. But actually they are. Charly Boy is just a character. It doesn't exist, really. That's why it's like a cartoon character. you know. But I think what stands out, as far as my life is concerned, is Mr. Oputa. The fact that how attached I am to family and values, especially family values, and of course my upbringing, you know. Everybody knows my heritage and my pedigree. I'm holding, those are the things I hold on fast to for dear life. And I thank God that that's the way I'm also bringing up my children, you know. Like I said, I don't really have a social life, but all that is about to change now because I've been in sabbatical or retirement for the past almost going to 13 years. So it's enough resting time for me. So now is the time to bubble once more.
All through these years, how have you been able to cope with the criticisms, you know, that constantly hit on you?
Because I know who I am. If you call me Charles Okeke, it can't really bother me because I know I'm not Charles Okeke. I know exactly who I am. When people have that problem is when they don't understand who they are or what they're here for. In fact, it tickles me, it excites me that people, that for a lot of people, Charly Boy means different things to different people. The ones that see me as demonic, the ones that see me as mentally messed up, the ones that think I'm just creative, the ones that think I'm such an irresponsible person, but they are the ones who are shallow-minded, because how can you be all this, the ones that see me as even as a faggot, as gay, how can you be all this thing and still be able to keep something as fragile as marriage together? Think about it.
So who exactly is Charly Boy?
Is there anything you want him to be? If you want him to be a masculine, you can be that. If you want him to be demonic, you can be that. You can play any role because we're consummated actors. We know how to perform.
All right, I'll still come to your marriage, but before we do that, what would you say has been the worst thing that your father brought yourself, or that you've had people say?
There's nothing in my book. There's nothing like the worst thing I've heard about myself. Anything you like, call me, but please don't call me a thief, because I'm not.
So what is the nicest thing that you've had people say about you?
My tenacity. The fact that I know fit down. I can't give up. I'm tenacious in anything I pursue. And anything you throw at me is like water on a rock. It doesn't stick.
All right. You've been around now for decades. What would you say has kept you there? What would you say has sustained you?
My belief in self, which is what, when I talk to young people, especially who are at the crossroad of their own lives, to say that, listen, if you have strong belief in yourself, you're tenacious, you're focused, consistency. Absolutely know that. Yeah, this is the same thing I've been doing for 35 years. You're asking me change. Change it to what? This is the only life I know. So what am I going to change to? Okay. You know, so consistency has a lot to play in. See, if you keep doing things over and over and over again, even though people don't understand it initially, there comes a time you get some people say, I beg, leave and jump. Okay, now you go. Or, okay, is this what he's trying to do? It's time to have a better understanding. So,
what is the best way to attain success and to be able to sustain it?
You have to, one, believe in self. Yeah, these are just the attributes, the values I've just reeled out for you. First, believe in yourself. Believe that everything is possible. If you have a dream that you're chasing, you don't let anybody keep telling you it's not it, it's not it. As long as you believe in that dream. But you must, apart from hard work, I don't believe in shortcuts. Okay? I don't believe in shortcuts at all. So as long as you're tenacious in that your pursuit of that dream, when nobody gives you, now you they dream your dream. Not any small thing that happens, you get discouraged. As long as you stay in focus and you're tenacious and you're consistent, There's no way you can't attain that success.
All right, your marriage has lasted for over 2 decades now. What would you say has kept the
Over
marriage?
3 decades.
Over
37 years to be precise.
Okay, what would you say has kept that marriage going?
Respect for one another. Yeah? Respect for one another, understanding, and great understanding and friendship.
Why do you have too many marriages that fail in your sector?
I was young, I was stupid, I was silly, I was a big rascal. And those ones had to fail for this to succeed.
Okay.